The concept of action cameras should become quite blurred by the year 2026, which is not a bad thing. You will find that the group of people buying action cameras, aside from friends recording extreme sports, is rapidly growing for purposes like recording live and vlogs. Indeed, if you only consider image quality, stability, and durability, action cameras from 2 or 3 years ago are still usable today, so the expandability of new models becomes particularly important. Currently, mainstream brands like DJI and Insta360 have also made upgrades and expansions, such as the variable aperture of the Action 6, the 8K resolution of the Ace Pro 2, and Leica's direct output. The development and maturation of a category's technology inevitably require more and more. Just as our studio had a need for car filming starting last year, in pursuit of more unique and interesting footage, our studio now has the complete sets from both DJI and Insta360.
Let's take a look today at the two products we use the most, Ace Pro 2 and Action 6, what their differences are, how they differ in direction, and which groups they are suitable for. For the basic aspects of an action camera, our requirements for shooting actually have many dimensions such as image quality, stabilization, and ease of use. Calling these basic aspects is also to convey that there's no need to worry about the shooting configurations of these two action cameras. Both Ace Pro 2 and Action 6 can meet these needs well. The differences lie more in their direction. For example, when we talk about image quality, the 1.1-inch square sensor of the DJI Action 6 returns to optical fundamentals, while the 8K AI dual-chip compression of the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is computational photography. In conclusion, the Action 6 currently uses a larger square sensor, and in terms of pixel count and area, it is currently the best in image quality among traditional action cameras. For us, the biggest advantage of this square sensor is that, like the front camera of the new iPhone, whether you hold it horizontally or vertically, it can output horizontal or vertical videos. This is the cropping advantage of the square sensor. Netizens say that no matter how you shoot, it will crop. After cropping, the 1.1-inch Action 6 shoots 16:9 videos, and its sensor's equivalent area is basically the same as the 1.3-inch of the Ace Pro 2. The advantage of the Yingxi Ace Pro 2 lies in the maturity of its AI dual-chip tuning with a greater focus on color in direct output mode. In collaboration with Leica, it offers various Leica filters as well as NC filters totaling 18 filters. These filters, with different saturation and contrast, provide stylized color grading for scenery and people. This is one of the reasons why the Ace Pro 2 remains popular even against DJI's Action 5 Pro and Action 6 products. In addition, the Ace Pro 2 offers 8K 30 recording specifications, so there is no need to worry about clarity, and the AI dual chip provides better stabilization. Therefore, when it comes to shooting, these two action cameras each have their own merits and advantages. The DJI Action 6 leans more towards pre-shooting, offering creators more convenience. The Insta360 Ace Pro 2 leans more towards pleasing direct output, making it more appealing for people to record and share. For us consumers, we can also say that both cameras have their shortcomings. For example, DJI has not yet applied Hasselblad's color grading to traditional action cameras to provide richer direct output images. On the other hand, Insta360 might use a larger sensor in the Ace Pro 3 to enhance the optical aspect. The other differences are that DJI's front small screen is touchable, while Insta360's screen can flip. Whether DJI has built-in storage or Insta360 has more gesture controls, or how much their battery life and waterproofing differ, all these are to serve shooting habits and creation. If you really want to stay away from grey, you need to make users more willing to take them out. The playability of these action cameras has become an important consideration for purchase. The shooting kits and various assembly lenses are factors that bring more possibilities for recording live. Both companies have official shooting kits, but their differences are significant. For example, they were both released last year. In March 2025, Insta360 launched its first generation shooting handle, which was updated to a professional handle in November, while DJI in December provided official shooting kit options for the Action 5 Pro and Action 6. The Action 6 shooting kit is assembled without any issues, similar to the first generation handle from Insta360 with a cage function, and the handle assembly is more like a traditional small camera. However, when you take out the latest shooting kit for the Ace Pro 2, you will find that this is completely different. The Action 6 is more like a camera shell, while the Ace Pro 2, once equipped, can turn it into a small mirrorless camera. Especially when you add the Pocket photo printer, it becomes an instant camera. The key is that the Ace Pro 2's shooting kit is connected via a Type-C port with a built-in 2010 mAh battery, allowing the shutter button to stream. Also, since it's made officially, there are no compatibility issues, and it can also power the camera. For example, in a bare machine state, the two action cameras can record for 85 and 115 minutes respectively. In 4K 60 frames per second, 16:9 video, DJI is quite efficient. With the Ace Pro 2's handle and its 2010 mAh battery, the 4K 60 specification recording endurance reaches 130 minutes, providing a good physical endurance boost. Then, the shutter button of the Action 6 can actually be considered a physical extension under the lever principle. The design of the action camera shutter is made to be more durable, actually making it harder to press and grip, which makes it easier to cause camera shake when pressing the shutter, altering your composition. With the addition of a camera grip, they can provide good relief. The Ace Pro 2's shutter button also has a zoom lock, allowing for smooth 4K lossless zoom, and you can enjoy the gradually enlarging composition. Another feature I quite like is that you can set this metal dial to switch filters with different saturation and contrast for styled photos. For example, DJI and Insta360 have 7 and 18 direct output styles respectively. Take their common NC filter, for instance, and you can see the differences in their photos. The Ace Pro 2 supports up to 50 million pixel RAW format photos, while the Action 6 supports up to 38 million pixel RAW format photos. Additionally, with the Ace Pro 2's flip screen and a lens hood attached, it becomes a waist-level viewfinder, and this might be the cheapest Leica camera you can currently buy. Besides that, the Ace Pro 2's metal dial can also be set to other modes, such as mode switching and EV adjustment. On the Action 6, switching filters can only be done through the screen, and zooming in on the composition can only be done by double tapping to switch between 1 and 2 times. Lastly, the Ace Pro 2's photo printing offers more playability. After taking the photo and printing it, compared to an instant camera, the emotional value is about the same, but the photo paper is cheaper, averaging around 2 UN. For everyday life recording, this value is more meaningful. With a flip screen, 50 million pixels, and a Leica watermark, the Ace Pro series seems naturally more suited for versatile use. A whole set of features indeed makes users more inclined to take it out for street photography and recording. So by now, you should have an understanding of the positioning of Action 6 and Ace Pro 2. If you are more into creative work, the various adjustments, free cropping, and interface reminders on the Action 6 show that it leans more towards initial shooting, while the Ace Pro 2 focuses more on direct output with various filters, a flip screen, and a more professional camera grip. It not only provides a feeling for shooting in sports scenes, but also offers more scene compatibility, encouraging you to take it out more often and reducing the chance of it gathering dust. However, they are both excellent cameras on the market right now. The most important thing is which one will more easily meet your needs. That's what truly matters. That's all the content about these two action cameras. I hope it helps you understand them a bit more.